I wanted to share my perspective on the recent reports accusing Meghan Markle of bullying and calling names when Nicola Coughlan defended her on ITV. This has certainly sparked a lot of debate online, so let me try to discuss it respectfully and thoughtfully. To briefly recap the situation, Nicola Coughlan appeared on an ITV program a few weeks ago where another guest was harshly criticizing Meghan. Nicola spoke up, saying that type of harmful rhetoric should not be tolerated and that everyone deserves dignity. Now, new allegations have surfaced claiming Meghan reached out to Nicola afterwards and angrily called her names for daring to stand up. Of course, without being privy to private conversations ourselves, it's impossible to say definitively what was said. Both Meghan and Nicola would need to comment directly for the full context. However, let's look at some of the factors objectively. Firstly, bullying is an extremely serious accusation that should not be thrown around lightly without clear evidence. Stories of behind-the-scenes events can often get distorted as they spread on social media too. So we have to be cautious about believing anything definitively without transparency from both sides involved. Secondly, Nicola has not corroborated or alluded to these new bullying claims in any of her public statements, so far defending Meghan against criticism previously. If there was truth to an angry confrontation, it seems odd she didn't mention it when discussing the situation at length already. Thirdly, Meghan has faced an unprecedented level of hostility, harassment, and racism since joining the royal family, much of which has been devastatingly cruel and baseless. So while criticism is fair, we have to acknowledge the very real threat she faces and the mental health toll constant abuse can take on a person. Her character should not be defined by unproven rumors alone. Of course, no public figure is free from fault or above scrutiny at times. However, I don't think it's constructive to attack others or spread unsubstantiated gossip anonymously. There are respectful ways to disagree without character assassination or fueling cyberbullying against someone. Moving forward, the most positive path is to await an on-record comment from Nicola or Meghan directly addressing what really occurred between them privately, if they so choose. Until then, making definitive claims risks further inflaming tensions and divisions unnecessarily without all facts. Personally, I've appreciated Nicola standing up for empathy and kindness publicly, as that's clearly been her consistent message. And as someone who has faced down trolls and online abuse myself at times, I can understand how the constant hostility and misinformation campaign against Meghan must take an immense emotional toll too. Overall, this situation highlights how damaging rumors can be versus open, honest, and respectful discussion. While public figures will always warrant critique of actions and ideas, targeting their character or using indecent slurs crosses an important line. And defending basic human dignity should never be a controversial position in a civilized society. Looking ahead, the most positive path forward is focusing on bringing more light to conversations through understanding different perspectives, acknowledging our common humanity, and promoting kindness over toxicity. There are always multiple sides to any story between real people navigating complicated lives. And meeting cruelty with cruelty will only continue the vicious cycle of harm. I'd love to hear your thoughtful perspectives in the comments on how we can collectively move discussions around public figures and challenging topics to a more compassionate place. For now, I'll end by wishing the best for everyone involved privately and publicly navigating this debate. Please take care of yourselves and each other out there. All right, thanks for listening.